Hey guys, Taryn here with Fleur de Lis Aesthetics, and today I have the daytime Valentine's Day look. So this is a little more subtle, better for younger people or people who don't generally wear a lot of makeup. There is the fun little accent heart that I put on here that you obviously don't have to use if you don't want to. I also did it with a very light pink. You can use any color that you want, doesn't really matter, just whatever eyeshadow color appeals to you or goes with the look or whatever. Anyways, I hope you all like this look, and as always, put your best face forward.
To start this look off, I'm going to be using a primer, like always, to prevent creasing. Then I'm going to be using a white shadow stick. That's just to help all the other shadows stick together and cling better to my eye. And then the first color I'm going to be using is a really pretty shimmery cream color. And that's going to go all over my lid with a fluffy brush. And that's from the inner corner all the way across my lid and up to my brow bone. And then I'll also throw a little bit of that underneath my eye too to brighten things up. And the next color I'm going to be using is a really pretty grayish taupe color, and it's very, very soft. I'm going to put that on with a soft flat brush. And you're going to want to tap as much of this pigment off and then press it in as much as you can, because since it is a loose pigment, it's going to give you some fallout. So the more you tap off, the better chances you're going to have at having a cleaner makeup. So I'm just applying that to the crease, and it's going to take a bit to build this up because it is such a soft color. But I'm applying it in pretty deeply in the inner part of the crease. And then you'll notice as I'm applying it to the outer part of the crease, instead of following the curve down, I'm actually letting it flare up a little bit just to give me more of a lift in my eye. And then I'm going to be using the same color in the outer corner of the eye to help deepen that up and make it look a little more cat-like. And then I'll also take it probably about 2/3 of the way across in the underneath part of the eye also. Not all the way across, because you still want some of the shimmery cream color that you had there before. So like I said, about 2/3 under. And then I'm just taking the same brush I used with the cream color and just blending that out a little bit. And now I've got a angle brush with a little bit of black pigment. And again, I'm tapping it out so there's not a ton of fallout. And I'm going to apply that thicker in the outer corner, and it's going to go thinner in the inner corner. But as you can see, I'm really pushing it into my lashes to make them look a little extra thick. And since this is a pigment, it's going to help it be not so precise and kind of smudgy looking. So it's a lot softer of a look than, say, like a gel liner. I'm taking this all the way to the inner corner, but I'm not going as thick in the inner corner. It's very, very subtle. And then down along the bottom, that color is only going actually about 1/3 in, not 2/3 like the other color. And then just pulling it out a little bit at the outer corner. Again, that's for another lift. And now I'm just cleaning up a little bit with the fluffy blending brush I used before. It's going to help soften it up a little. And as you can see here, I'm curling my lashes in several different places, just so I get quite a bit of curl in them. And then I'm using mascara immediately afterwards to help hold that curl. Now I'm using some concealer just underneath my eye. This is a brightening concealer. Since, like I said, I was using the pigment, there's a little bit of fallout even if you can't see it, and that's going to help brighten up the eye area. And you can see I'm pulling it over towards the top of my cheekbones also, and that's going to help lift that area too. And then I'm going to be using the same bronzer I used last time, and I'm going to use this to contour my face. So that means pretty deeply underneath my cheekbones. And this is with a smaller brush. It makes it just a little more defined there. And then also along my temples, just on the upper side of my forehead, and then it'll be under my jaw as well. And also down the side of your nose. Now I'm going to be using a very, very shimmery bright pink on my cheeks, and this is going just on the tops of my cheeks. Since it is such a bright pink, and it's super shimmery, I'm not going to be using a highlight either. So this is kind of going to double as my highlight and my blush. And I'm taking the same blush brush I used for my bronzer, and I'm going to go over that just to soften up the look a little bit. Now I'm just powdering all my face into place. Next I'm going to be using one of the lip stains. You can use any color that you want, but I wanted kind of a pinky color. And this one's slightly brighter since I'm going to just blot it all off. All I'm doing here is giving my lips a little bit of color, but I don't want it to transfer later. So I'm just using the stain, I'll blot it off, and that way I'll still have the color without any of the transfer. And next I'll just take a soft pink lip gloss and apply that over the top. And now for the fun part. You take an index card or any paper of your choosing and cut out a small square, about that size, fold it in half, and then, like they taught you in kindergarten, cut out half a heart. On the folded side, obviously. And you want it to be, kind of perfect. It doesn't have to be too perfect, but you don't want any jagged edges. And then when you open it up, it's a perfect heart on both sides. Next, I'm going to be using a very soft pink pigment with a flat angle brush. You can just use the paddle brush if you'd like, but this one's really easy for me to just pack it on. And you want it as low on your lip as you can get it. That way, if your lips touch together, your top lip isn't going to mess with the heart. So place it as low as you can on your lip, and then just pat all that on. And then when you take it off, you have a lovely perfect heart on your lips. So if you guys like this, or if you guys would actually do this, leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. Like this video if you liked it also. Thanks guys, have a good day.